Yes, since we put up our information in bits, we have reached this extent of now finding out who are part here, as in government officials, part to the president into this obtaining of our welfare sent by warmth, by false pretense. We've reached this point to confirm to the world that seriously, when our church mission director Stephen Mayanja offers our welfares to the president of Uganda, East Africa, Mr. Museveni Yoweri Motahaburwa, he offers them to him as they share it together with him, the director, and the president's family, along with other generals who have been abusing children since the Bush War moments have happened, and generals who have been part in this abuse towards children since then are the generals who chose to follow up those kids who were born in the Bush War moment, and they chose to deny them a right to better welfares. They chose to deny them better education. They chose to deny them better parental guidance, and they chose to oppress them the more. Yet they were part of the abuse, and they were the abusers to these kids who were born. Very many kids were born into this hood, and this hood used to practice this serious struggle to bring them in power. By then, we are sure that they felt their consciousness, the conscience of the abusers, were touched. They were touched as their consciences were touched. So they felt victimized. They felt victimized as their consciences were touched by what action they performed towards children in the Bush War moment. It is now to our understanding that guys who participated in this act of abusing children in the Bush War moment are the guys who have followed these children they abused to deny them better everything, to deny them better health, to deny them better stay, to deny them a better living. It is not acceptable. Me, Moses, puts it out as me, the high rank of Mwebaza Jet. I appeal to whoever thinks that is to put his attitude upon any person they abused in that time. We appeal to you that the far you have gone, it is now to my notice that you've denied these kids you have abused as generals. Look what a man like Moses Ali, a kid abuser, muntu alitukana watoto sana kama tuko na yeye huko. Look what Mr. Kayanja Eri, also a general, is a child molester. Look what Katumba, Edward Katumba, a general too. Every name I'm gonna mention in this video, just know that you've been part of the president as you share these welfares from the Don Rockefeller of Washington, D.C., from the company called World Outreach Ministries Foundation. I am here to denounce you too. Get it in your capacity that that's not government money you share among yourselves. Whatever program or plan you put upon this money, it's gonna fail, because we're gonna claim our money to a mess happening to your life. We're gonna claim these welfares until we see that terrible actions gonna come your way. We know how you've shared our welfares with your families. We know how you've shared these welfares with your generals. Look what a child molester like Kayanja, Brigadier Kayanja Eri, to put his attitude on me before the president while pretending before this lady I've grown up with here, to put, look what a man like Katumba Edward, you put such an attitude on me before the president while pretending before this lady, Madam Zaina. The way you play it, you better confront me. You better confront me. Let me handle my matter in person, because this is a woman. One, you guys bring out a point that Madam Zaina, she's my mother. Yes, I accept. And I accept whoever can call herself one. But I will not accept such big confusion into welfares and funds and property. Yet you still consider us misfattened people or caste people, handling, calling us whatever you call us, yet you obtain our welfares from Stephen Mayanja. Puts you to a crazy sense, Mr. President of Uganda. I ask you, sir, that you and your generals I have mentioned, Moses Ali, he was a child molester in the Bush War, and the far you've dialected Moses Ali, a child molester, up to now he participates into such dirty action. Look what Kayanja Eli, a brigadier, is also a molester. He was a molester in the Bush War. Look what Edward Katumba, he was also a molester in the Bush War. They are the guys who have put such bad attitude on every child who was born in the Bush War. I urge you, generals of Uganda People's Defense Forces, that the far this abusery hood in Uganda is taking it towards kids will not wither. We are not gonna give up. We will still denounce whoever is joined hands to the president of Uganda to obtain these welfares, because as this company, World Outreach Ministries Foundation, sends these funds through UCOM, it sends it to some personalities in our mission. Anybody to put his attitude, or her attitude. Look what a woman like General Nareso also was a child molester. When you look at a hood surrounding the president of Uganda, just know it is a hood of idiocy, and they have reacted idiotic up to now, and it is idiocy reactions which has joined them up to now. When this sense of idiocy weathers down to no feeling, they create, they do, they make, they go perform another ritual to join them the more. Indeed, it is our responsibility as warmth people to follow our welfares, because Steve can't even explain to us where our welfares go. Do you know what he says? He goes, there is no any welfare sent to me for warmth people. The fact that he can't talk to us when we denounce him too. That's the fact that these welfares are taken into a bad manner. I urge you, all generals who were child molesters in the Bush War, we can tell you were all surrounded by the army and guns. But look at me today. Let me give you a serious scenario today which is happening around the world. Around the world today, we have a serious case of cancer. Every one of us can put it to mind that cancer, it is a dangerous epidemic. It is a dangerous disease. It is a dangerous disease to cure. Very few go through a cancerous effect, come out live. Very few spend small time after cancer treatment and die. Very few go out of a cancer treatment healthy and happy. But look here today, I've got a mind I'm presenting around, not a mind, I've got a point I have to present around the world, that I've looked at how a human being, how this humanity is dangerous to itself, and imagined what is more dangerous between man and cancer. A cancerous patient can steal 1,000 million US. Give up a point that I am cancerous. How about me, who can shoot a cancerous patient to go that fast, not even experience a cancer quench out, because cancer quenches man down to nothing, to lose, to lawlessness, up to death. But I have experienced man so much, the way he takes out man so fast than cancer. It is to my understanding that man is more dangerous than any cancerous situation today, because man can destroy man that fast, at no quench, even at no blink. Man is dead when is dealt with another man. I understand man can kill man that fast than cancer. Cancer takes too long. Cancer makes you enjoy the pain. Man takes you that fast to nothing again. I appeal to the world, which has taken it a big manner to oppress whoever, according to the story of the president of Uganda, that don't think you are dangerous than any man, because every man is that dangerous than cancer. And I appeal to you who steals 100 million from Africa, Uganda, run with it because you are cancerous. A gentleman like David Eastley of Washington, Philadelphia Church, Washington, Seattle, a prophet of God in America, all around the world. He cannot steal our welfare's claim to the government of America, and whoever he must answer to that is cancerous. So you can think that cancer is that dangerous to you, but men around you are more terrible than your cancerous situation. They can deal with you that fast to pass away than your cancer. I mean, your cancer, Mr. Eastley, is gonna take so long than the bullet they make in a factory. Indeed, it is our responsibility to appeal to all the generals who have taken it a main habit to oppress whoever they think he was among this abuse which happened in the Bush War. It is our responsibility to respect humanity and respect life, because this is the foundation of earth. And always, life protects life, and life provides to life again. Indeed, if the president of Uganda is not responsible upon this big mess, is creating more trouble to people, and is creating more trouble to his family, is creating more trouble to his region. I wrote at Facebook when I wrote to Mbarara people about what the president of Uganda is doing to me personally, into my welfares, him and his children and his wife, claiming every welfare's cash and property from the US embassy. They steal. He goes to the US embassy with guns to obtain parcels by false pretense in his presidency. It is not the president's responsibility to have my parcels bring them to me. It is not President Museveni, Yoweri Kagutta's responsibility to have my welfares from our mission director, Stephen Mayanja Damulira, to bring them to me. It is not Mr. President's responsibility. I appeal to the United Nations Human Rights Assembly that it is now to our knowledge that not a few generals have joined hands to the president to still oppress kids as they oppressed them sexually and mentally, and as they angered, as they oppressed kids in the Bush War, they still want to continue oppress every kid they saw in the Bush moment. Gentlemen who were practicing this abuse upon children are the guys still now claiming their welfares, stealing their property, stealing their land, as their parents left them back. It is my request to the United Nations that it is my responsibility to protect my human right, or to protect my rights as a high-rank officer in the UPDF here in Uganda. If at all we were granted such a rank and we are known to be respected, our effort in rank must stand for us. I appeal to the UPDF. What the president is doing is wrong. I called for my gun from the court-martial and the UPDF has not yet given me notice about it. I appeal to the United Nations that I call for a gun that protects my rights here in Africa. According to what they have stolen from me, they have stolen more than 200 million US, sent through UCOM, sent by warmth. Thank you very much for having me.